Let us see our next question. Your foreign exchange dealer had entered into a cross currency deal and had sold US dollar 1 million against euro at the rate of 1.44 euro per dollar for spot delivery. So your foreign exchange dealer had entered into a cross currency deal, and in that the transaction was entered upon for sale of dollar. However, later during the day, market became volatile and dealer, in compliance with his management guidelines, had to square up the position when the quotations were as under. Spot exchange rate rupees per dollar is given. 1 month margin. Dear students, we have to understand that this as the swap points or the forward points. For 1 month, for 2 months information is given. Spot exchange rate is provided for euro per dollar. 1 month and 2 months, directly the forward exchange rate have been given to us. What will be gain or loss in the transaction? That is the question. Everybody please go through the question. So let us have understanding that how to understand how to do the answer. Dear students, information is provided to us that initially a transaction was entered upon by you for sale of dollar and purchase of euro. Sale of 10 lakhs dollar and purchase of euro. And the exchange rate is 1.44 euro per dollar. So sale dollar, purchase 14,40,000 euro. This is a transaction in which you entered into initially. The question speaks that later during the day, market became volatile and dealer, in compliance with his management guidelines, had to square up the position. Square up the position is simple, friends. You have to enter into the reverse of original transaction. That is the way you will square up the position. So over here it is sell of euro and purchase of US dollar. The transaction was entered upon for 10 lakhs. So you have to buy 10 lakhs of dollar in order to square up the transaction. Spot exchange rate is given to us rupees per dollar. Spot exchange rate is given for euro per dollar. We understand that you are doing the square of the transaction immediately. So the exchange rate of 1.4450 euro per dollar will be applicable for the transaction. So over here it is 1.445 into 10 lakhs. That comes to 14,45,000. This is the way, you are able to make a profit or loss. So 14,40,000 is what you are purchasing and 14,45,000 is what you are selling. So ultimately that results into loss of 5,000 euro. Language of the question speaks very clearly that you have entered into cross currency deal. Means both these currencies are not your domestic currency. That is, neither of the currency is your domestic currency, and we have been provided with the rupee currency in the question. It means that this transaction is entered upon by an Indian company. So what Indian company is required to do? Indian company is required to enter into the transaction for sale of rupees, purchase of dollar, sale of dollar and purchase of euro in order to make payment of loss. We have been provided with the spot exchange rate as this 71.43 / 71.45. 71.43 slash 71.45 rupees per dollar. Sell of rupees and purchase of dollar. This is the exchange rate which is applicable to buy a dollar. Sell dollar, purchase euro. So in that 1.4400 slash 1.4450 euro per dollar. The transaction is sell of dollar and purchase of euro. So this is the applicable exchange rate. We are interested to know what is the exchange rate for rupees per euro, because we are required to make the payment of the loss in euro currency. So we understand that say 1 euro is equal to how much rupees is a question. Rupees is the final answer. Answer is required per euro. Against euro, dollar currency is given, and against dollar, rupee currency is given. I want rupees per dollar, the same is given 71.45. I want dollar per euro, but euro per dollar is given, so I have to make it reciprocal. Answer is required per euro, so it is into 1. So 71.45 upon 1.44. The answer comes to 49.6181. Rupees per dollar. I'm sorry, rupees per euro. This is the exchange rate. So now we understand that say calculation of loss in rupees term. Rupees and euro, the exchange rate is 49.6181 rupees for 1 euro. So for 5000 euro, it is equal to this amount of rupees. So it is 5000 into 49.6181 divided by 1. That is the way we will compute the answer. 49.6181 into 5000. That comes to 2,48,090.5. This is the amount of the loss that you will have, say, in order to square up the transaction. So please write down answer. We can say it is like working note number 1. Calculation of profit or loss with square of transaction. Please write down this first working note. Then write down this transaction from the Indian company point of view. Heading of that we can write like this: calculation of the profit or loss in rupees term. Please write down. This is the exchange rate and this is the loss in rupees term. So please write down answer further. First point, over here information about forward exchange rate, comma, 1 month margin and 2 months margin are irrelevant. Full stop. Second point, square off of transaction, comma, means entering into the reverse of original transaction. Full stop. Amount of profit or loss is in foreign currency, comma, using spot exchange rate, comma, it will be calculated in home currency. Full stop.